Today I'm gonna be telling you about 5 myths in flamenco. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Maria Vega with the Open Flamenco Project, your online place to learn everything about flamenco and Spanish dance. So, welcome back. Today we're talking about myths in flamenco, that they can also apply a bit of to the Spanish culture as well. I'll probably do another video about myths about Spain and Spanish people in general. So basically we're gonna start with myth number 1. You need to pull faces when you are dancing flamenco. It needs to be very intense and serious and you need to be kind of rehearsing faces in front of the mirror to be able to be a proper flamenco dancer. Not at all wrong. All the faces, if there are faces that can be a bit intense, is literally because the performer is having that feeling. So if you see someone that has rehearsed some faces, it will feel incredibly fake and you will notice that. Okay, so also flamenco is not all about suffering and terrible things, which, yeah, I agree that the lyrics can be quite catastrophic if you know the words, or you can translate them from Spanish to English or your language. But there's a lot of very cheerful and uplifting rhythms that you can dance that definitely will put a smile on your face while you are dancing. So give those a go as well, like alegrías, tangos, fandangos, bulerías. They are all quite uplifting, so definitely you will feel much more in the mood of having a smile rather than this kind of face. I don't know how to do it. Myth number 2. I cannot dance flamenco because I'm not Spanish or I'm not gypsy. Wrong. You definitely can dance flamenco wherever you are in the world and whatever your background is. You only have to have this willingness to learn and to express your feelings through a powerful form of art as flamenco is. I've known dancers from absolutely everywhere in the world, and there's definitely not an ID card or a passport that tells you if you can be a good flamenco dancer or not. And I've actually come across dancers that they were way more proficient than Spanish dancers. You just need to be able to connect with that feeling, and I don't feel it's something that, you know, is in the DNA of Spanish people only. Not at all. So in my experience, it's just about connecting with that feeling and just let yourself go wherever you were born in the world. Myth number 3. But flamenco is so difficult. I have to be young and fit to learn. I'm too old to learn and my body is too old to be able to dance flamenco. Wrong. You can do flamenco at all levels. And definitely you can start as a kid, which is fantastic for coordination and musicality and so many other qualities that you can develop with the help of flamenco dancing. But also I've known dancers, I knew a very lovely lady, she was 92. She was still in fantastic shape, and although maybe she wasn't doing footwork, because she felt it was a bit too demanding, obviously, for her joints and bones. She was still able to put like really beautiful movements with her upper body, with her hands. She said that it was really helping with arthritis and joint problems. So just to keep them mobile, it's just if you don't use it, you lose it. And gentle movements of flamenco, hands and arm work is definitely a fantastic way to keep your joints healthy. So that is definitely a myth that you need to be young to do flamenco. Myth number 4. Everyone in Spain dances flamenco. Not at all. And I promise you, I do. Most of you have been in Spain, but people is not dancing flamenco in the streets, or they just go on their coffee break and start dancing flamenco at work in front of the coffee machine. Not at all. People obviously might go to classes, or they might have some relatives that might teach them. Just obviously, if you decide to be a professional dancer in flamenco, you have more opportunities to learn in Spain. That's absolutely right. And you have a wider range of teachers and flamenco dancers. So that's definitely, if you are serious about learning to dance flamenco and you are so lucky that you can move to Spain, that will be definitely the best place, and it will accelerate your learning. But definitely it doesn't mean that you cannot learn flamenco anywhere else in the world, and definitely it doesn't mean that Spanish people dance flamenco in the streets. No. And last but not least, myth number 5. Learning flamenco is so expensive. I need to buy lots of stuff and it's so complicated to start. No, wrong. You can definitely start without investing any money. You don't need a floor, you don't need shoes, you don't need castanets. We're talking about the very basics, the very beginning. Just start, first of all, finding out if you like the vibe of flamenco. Start listening to music, start learning rhythm, you can start just learning how to move your hands in flamenco. You can use so many YouTube videos. There's a link for some of them in my channel. So start with your hands, arm movement. Just think that you can do even wearing some trainers in your living room. You don't need to be pestering the neighbors with stomping on the floor on a piece of wood, or playing castanets to start with. Then definitely you will see if you like it, and you will feel excited to be progressing. And yeah, maybe now, you know what, I'm gonna buy some flamenco shoes, but just maybe, the version which is just for the intermediate, so I don't go for the more expensive models. Maybe just start buying some beginners castanets. So you will see how you want to progress. And definitely also flamenco gear is expensive, but it also lasts quite long if you take well care of it. So definitely not a reason for you not to start learning flamenco. It's not expensive to start, and you don't need to buy lots of stuff from the beginning, not at all. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was only a few myths about dancing flamenco that I hope help to clarify some things, but please leave me a comment if you have all the things that you think about flamenco dance or Spanish culture in general, and maybe we can share some thoughts. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to please subscribe to the channel. That will really help me to keep bringing you some interesting content, and to like the video if you would like to do so. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!